Hello and welcome to The Gateway, the show that takes you behind the scenes at some of the world's key transport hubs and the most crucial commercial routes. I'm Becky Anderson, and this month we're going to take you on a journey along a freight route spanning Europe and Asia. It's the perfect example of a modern silk route made of steel. A rail yard in Chongqing in southwest China. Our journey begins here with the loading of 42 containers destined for Germany. The freight train is just being secured. It's packed to capacity with computer products, and in less than an hour's time, it'll start its transcontinental trip. The train will move along more than 11,000 kilometres of track, spanning 6 countries and 2 continents. Final stop, Duisburg in Germany. This modern-day silk route originates in Chongqing, a city of 30 million people and the country's new trading hub with the West. For 3,000 years, Chongqing has been a trading post, sitting as it does on the confluence of the Yangtze and Jiaoling rivers. Until very recently, this was just farmland. Now, it's one of the fastest growing cities on Earth and the powerhouse behind China's economic boom. The result of a social experiment called the Go West Initiative, aimed at driving workforce and businesses into the Chinese hinterland.
Chongqing is the biggest municipality in the western regions and serves as a junction between the east and the west. It now only takes 16 days to get from Chongqing to Europe. Many manufacturers who used to ship goods by sea are now using the railway link in Chongqing.
This highly focused strategy has attracted foreign investors like Hewlett-Packard. More than half of HP's global laptop production happens here. Every 12 seconds or so, the workers on this assembly line are installing the motherboards, the memory chips onto devices like this. This is the hardware for the HP laptop. They can do as many as 60,000 of these a day. And since 2011, about 4 million HP products have made their journey from Chongqing to Western Europe by train. A direct link that is cheaper than air freight and faster than sea routes.
This route through Kazakhstan, which was the traditional, the old Silk Road, that route really didn't exist on scheduled rail service. But for us to be able to have and turn a disadvantage, being landlocked in Chongqing, into advantage, your proximity to Europe via a land route was a big deal to us, and we think over time it'll be a real competitive advantage.
At the rail yard, the locomotive pulls in, a sign that the journey is about to begin. Five days later, the train has crossed China and has already covered a third of its entire route. Sitting at the foot of the Tian Shan mountain range, Dostik is China's port of entry into Kazakhstan. Our train is on time and already at the border, shimmering in the heat haze.
373 с собой готовы, да, на 32-м пути. Кохар, вот сегодня шарвасы малма?
We have confirmed that we are prepared for its arrival to our Chinese colleagues. We make sure that the rolling stock is ready and that the train leaves the station within 6 hours after its arrival. We have to stick to the schedule.
Dostik marks the end of the line for the Chinese drivers. From here, the Kazakh crew take control of operations. Rail tracks in Kazakhstan are wider than those in China, so the 42 containers have to be checked and transferred onto a new train. Timing is crucial. A hold-up here would impact the entire journey.
Most challenge it's changing the gauge of the railway, you know. It took a lot of efforts to get the clear understanding and speed up the process for the loading and reloading activities on the border with China.
With the reach stackers moving at speed, the loading operations are over in less than 2 hours. And so in its new guise, the train with its cargo of computer products is off again. New tracks, new locomotive, new drivers. Ahead lies the largest landlocked country in the world. That's coming up after the break. Zetkali Toksabanov is a manager at Zolman Station, southern Kazakhstan. Trains have been part of his life for over 30 years.
I've been working in the railway industry since 1983. I started as a track serviceman. I love my job because my father worked in this industry, as well as the rest of my family. Besides, I grew up here.
Minutes from now, he'll witness the passage of our freight train on its 11,000-kilometre transcontinental journey. The train, with its cargo of computer products, crossed the Chinese-Kazakh border a few hours ago. It'll travel the length of the entire country, about 3,000 kilometres of railroad. To keep it on track, driver Aybek Akimbekov and his assistant control a locomotive so powerful it could pull 170 Boeing 747 jetliners.
We have to monitor the condition of the engine and other data on the control panel. We need to stay focused and be ready for any kind of situation. We are on our way to Beskil Station. According to the schedule, the crew will change there.
21 different drivers will be used to cross Kazakhstan, the largest landlocked country in the world. For centuries, these vast plains have served as corridors for trade between East and West.
Last year we served around 40 trains, container trains for this route, and this year we're expecting to serve up to the 60 trains. We're really dreaming to improve our transit ability as a country and to be really transit hub.
After 2 hours, the train stops for a change of drivers.
We have arrived at Beskil Station. This is the first stop where the locomotive crew changes in Kazakhstan. Our part of the journey is completed.
A change of shift, but not direction. The train will continue its journey westward. The light is fading over Germany. This train that began its journey over 11,000 kilometres away has almost arrived. The last time I saw this freight train was 18 days ago in Chongqing in China. Since then, we've followed its journey all the way to here, the town of Hamm in Westphalia in Germany. And this is where I get on board for the final leg of what has been an extraordinary trip. From here, Thomas Vogel and his assistant Dirk Ribbert will see it through to the finish line.
After more than 10,000 kilometers to drive this train to the destination. It's a nice feeling for a train driver.
Since March 2011, Hewlett-Packard has chosen to send some of its computer products from China by train. At the end of the line, Duisburg, the world's largest inland port on the banks of the River Rhine. Cranes spring into action for the night shift. Work continues into the next day. From here, these containers filled with computer products are loaded onto trucks and driven to the Netherlands. From there, they're distributed across the continent to you and me, the consumer. After 2 years of operation, this remains a one-way train. East to west, and perhaps a poignant reminder of our economic times.
It's not so easy to bring products from China to Kazakhstan and Belarus and Russia to Germany. We are now working on electronic solutions which are very far, so we will speed up there. We will make it much faster. I always say it's the last adventure on rail.
Just the mention of the old Silk Route conjures up images of exotic goods crisscrossing on ancient pathways. This freight train signals a new chapter, a very modern Silk Route connecting Asia with Europe